He humbity diddly hidely dum humbity diddle dum huddly hi do humbity diddle humbity die do humbity diddlum die. Well, boys and girls, this is episode 6 of Walking with Tamson. Now, today we are on a hill, and we're on a very particular hill in a place called Alva. Now, the reason that this part of the hill is famous is that this is where the silver mines are. Now, the silver mines are really important because they actually played quite a significant part in the history of Scotland, because the owner was a gentleman we spoke about before, Sir John Erskine, the same man who built the dam. And the reason that the silver mines are so famous is because of the part it played in the Jacobite rebellion. Now, when this was discovered in 1715, that was a particularly tumultuous time in Scottish history. And Sir John was a sympathiser to the Jacobite cause, to the rebellion. And he used the profits from this mine to fund the rebellion. Now, obviously the rebellion failed, and this put Sir John in quite a difficult position, because being a traitor or committing treason against the crown was not a particularly good thing to be doing. But Sir John avoided prison and didn't hang for his deeds, but was pardoned because one of his employees told the crown about this mine right here. And Sir John gave that information to the crown, and they got a 10% cut of the money. Now, do we know anything else about what they found down these mines, guys?
Silver.
Silver. Well, they didn't find silver, they found silver ore.
Well, it's actually not silver ore. It's actually, let me remember, bismuth and silver.
Oh, is it?
Yes. It's a compound of them, not really ore.
All right.
And then silver veins were reduced just to the silver, and the bismuth being discarded.
All right, so the bismuth was useless to them.
Yes. Although nowadays it's popular in science because of the mystery how if you put magnets underneath it, it levitates.
What levitates?
Bismuth.
So stuff that came out of this little hole in the ground here can levitate?
Yes.
Really?
Precisely.
Now,
With a magnet, anyways.
with a magnet. Well, that is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very surprising thing. It's a really surprising thing that happens with only the element bismuth.
Right, well,
and it doesn't work for compounds for some reason.
right, well, we have a wee look at the sign here then. Aha, so this is a little pretty good here. So we've got a little map of how the mine actually looks. So the silver mines of Alva take pride of place in any account of mining in the Ochils. They are an important episode in the story of Alva Estate and also of Scotland. The mines lie in the Silver Glen, a steep glen between the Nebbit and Woodhill, in close proximity to the Ochil Fault. So what is the Ochil Fault?
The Ochil Fault is formed during the Carboniferous period.
So so that's in the Devonian era, and just after, this is when it was all a swamp. So here, 0 to 50 metres, this is what we can actually see here, isn't it? Look. So what have we got at the bottom? Just what you were talking about, the Carboniferous Fault, the sandstone. What comes after that?
The Hedolorite intrusion.
That's right. And then after that we have
the tuff and agglomerate.
And then on top of that
is all the basalt.
Oh, the basalt, that's right.
Which is what the Ochils are mainly comprised of.
That's correct. So here's a bit about Sir John Erskine, the Laird of Alva Estate. This, oh, 1714, I was a year out. Ah, right. and the work was interrupted by the Jacobite Rising in 1715. Now, the cross section above left appears at location H on the plan above. The ore mine produced very high quality silver. Other minerals found included copper, arsenic, sulphur, iron, lead and later cobalt.
And lead is actually here found in pure lead in the mines.
So this is, but they never ever really mined the lead here, did they? But they did find very, very pure lead, didn't they?
Yes. Actually, this place is radioactive if you didn't know.
Is it?
See the warning not to come in because of the pockets of radon gas. Radon is the only noble gas that is radioactive.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
So there's radiation in here.
So there's actual radiation in here. So we've got lead, silver, sulphur, arsenic. We've got everything really that makes up the world right here, stuck between the hills in Alva.
Yes.
Because this is right next to where the Woodhill fault was. So this is something that's been here since the formation of this land, isn't it?
Yes.
And then basically what's happened is it's all been squished right between these two giant hills. And that's what squeezed out all this precious ore that has then been found and has had an effect on where we are today, hasn't it?
Also, the fault contains some vital fossil evidence of the ancient pineapple ancestor William Smonia.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, even better.
It looks like a combination between a pineapple and a rhododendron.
God, well, there's lots of rhododendrons around here as well, isn't there? So the discovery of cobalt and silver veins in Alva was largely due to luck and the fact that they were close to the surface. Charles Erskine, Lord Tynwald, who bought the Alva estate from his nephew after St John's death, once remarked, "If one could turn over the Ochils like a beehive, something might be got worthwhile."